Hello, Unlimited friends. It's Zara, back again with another question about how to apply law of attraction in practical ways to our lives. The question today is about conflict in the world, and the question comes from Sandra. Let me read the question out to you. She says, I am a native Ukrainian living in Canada. I feel very heavy today due to current circumstances in my home country. I feel a mix of emotions. A lot of them are negative, including some hate and rage towards Putin. I want to be able to apply law of attraction principles to choose again or to make myself feel better. But I also find it hard to snap out of this state and disconnect from the news. It's too close to home. Please offer your advice or guidance on how we can approach world events in a positive light. I feel lost and hopeless today. All right. Sandra, first of all, I send you a lot of love. And I totally understand when you say that it's too close to home. When things are too close to home, our emotional involvement creates a lot of momentum, and our emotional involvement makes it hard for us to do the emotional vibrational work, to go back up the emotional scale. And as you say, you feel lost and hopeless today. From that place of feeling lost and hopeless, doing the trek to go all the way up the emotional scale is not an easy thing. But before I get into a lot of specifics, here are a couple of things that I want to share with you. And I'm sharing with you because I think that these things, when you weave them into your self-talk, will help you to gain control over that negative momentum at a low place on the emotional scale. So the first thing I want to point out to you is that this conflict is not new. It has a lot of history behind it. So when people, nations have been butting heads against each other, and it's almost woven into the culture and society of the nation, can you just imagine how much momentum it has? So this thing has a lot of momentum because it has a lot of history, and emotions are running high, and law of attraction is expanding. So how can we help? Well, first of all, remember that everyone has guidance, and people who live in that part of the world also have guidance. Whether they believe in it or not, whether they know law of attraction or not, everybody has guidance because everybody has a gut feel. And all they have to do is to allow their guidance to lead them to what is good. They can choose to ignore their guidance, but I can tell you that not everyone is like that. There are people who live there, who are part of that culture, that nation, who are capable of maintaining their equilibrium, their emotional equilibrium. And I can tell you that Abraham always teaches us that one who is aligned is more powerful than many who are not. So I know it seems like the situation is out of control, and perhaps for the most part it is, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because your worry is not going to help sort it out. In fact, if you worry about it, then your negative vibration is adding to the problem. What you want to do, because this is so personal to you, you can't make yourself feel positive about it. It's just not possible from where you are. So you've got to find ways of getting off the subject. First, you have to tell yourself that they are going to be okay because they too have guidance, and there are good people who live there as well. There are people on both sides of the issue who understand that there is nothing to be gained by butting heads. There's nothing to be gained by conflict. There are people who understand that love is the answer. And they don't have to actually take any action. All they have to do is to hold on to faith, hold on to trust. And if they can hold on to trust and faith, then their vibration of love, their vibration of wanting harmony is going to override everything else. Going back to the basics of the teachings of Abraham, here's what I can tell you. People on both sides of the conflict are in a huge step one moment. Both of them have a huge desire, and I can tell you, regardless of the leadership, the people, the masses on both sides of the conflict want peace and harmony. Everybody wants peace and harmony. Everybody wants to thrive. And the end goal for everyone is that. So when the desire is strong, the universe is responding, because as soon as you ask for it, it is always given. So the peace that you want to see and your brethren want to see, that peace is already given. The universe is not holding it back. And now the more love you send, then the better it will become. And I understand completely that you cannot put yourself in that place of love. And therefore, what I'm going to suggest to you is to put yourself at least into a neutral. I'm not asking you to love the enemy, but what I am asking you is to find a way to become neutral. And in order to become neutral, you have to put the news off. Turn it off, because the more you listen to the news, the more updates you want, then your focus is going towards the problem. And if your focus goes towards the problem, you make the problem bigger. The way to make the problem, to diminish the problem and take it and make it small, is to take your eyes off of it. Take your attention away from it. So, sweetheart, do whatever you can to take your mind off. And there is no right or wrong. Remember that it is a matter of perspective, because I can tell you from what I've learned from Abraham is that both the victim and the perpetrator are on the same vibration. They are both on the vibration of fear. Fear is what has caused this. Blame, negative vibration, guilt, blame, fear. These are the vibrations that have caused this. And it doesn't make either one right or wrong, because we can never get to the end of that, and it's not even our job to take it on. Breaking out of the pattern of that type of thinking is what is required. And if we stay away from taking sides, that's the only way we can bring ourselves to a neutral. And take it from me, because I have been in that situation where my country has also been involved in a conflict. And I will tell you that when you take your mind off of it by giving it over, trust the universe, give it over to the universe, because the universe has the wherewithal to sort it out. You do not, and your worry only adds to the wrong side of the balance sheet. The balance will tip in favor of wherever most energy is going. And because one person with positive energy is more powerful than many who are not, put your energy here. Put all your energy here. And you cannot put your energy here on the positive side of the equation by thinking about the conflict. So think about anything else other than the conflict. Think about the weather, think about the food that you're eating. Become mindful in the now and concern yourself only with things that have to do with you. And If you find it difficult to appreciate things about your own life, then go to nature. Nature is our go-to when we can't find anything else to appreciate. Go to nature and appreciate the trees, appreciate the sky, appreciate nature. Because when you appreciate nature, that vibration of appreciation and love that you generate is exactly what is needed to solve this conflict. Because remember, in the world of law of attraction, cause and effect has nothing to do with the subject, it has to do with the vibration. So send out a vibration of love, not on that subject, because you cannot find love for that subject. Instead, find love wherever you can find love. Maybe your pets, your cat, dog, whatever other pet you have in your home, maybe your children, anything else at all. And trust that those people who live in that region of the world, they are asking Source, and Source is answering. And that answer is powerful, and all we have to do is to help it to come in. And we can do that by our vibration contribution of love. Remember what Abraham says, you cast a vibrational vote, and that vote has more value and more influence in tipping the balance compared to the actual physical vote that we cast in the ballot box. So you just now and everyone else is casting a vibrational vote. Where do you want to cast your vote? Do you want to cast your vote for fear, anger, or do you want to cast your vote for love and peace and harmony? All right, so I hope Sandra, I think that's what your name is. Yes, Sandra, I hope that that response is helpful to you. I hope that it helps you feel better within. And we are all here for you, and all of us want peace and harmony and love. And we want the whole world to thrive. Because I'll tell you something, people are the same all over the world. We have the same hopes and dreams. Everybody wants the same thing. All right, my love goes out to you, and I hope that you find this useful. Thank you for your question. Bye for now.